Well, Robbo, when the panel came to you in terms of the players and targets that we've got, where did Aaron figure on your list and what aspects of his game really appealed to you?
Yeah, so Aaron was our main priority in terms of forward options, and I'm sure everyone thinks, oh, he's going to say that, but he was, it's a fact, same as Luke was and George Marsh. So yeah, he be honest, out of all the centre forwards out there, he's the most similar to Joe in terms of what he brings, as in Joe Pigott. Links play up really well. As soon as he links play up, looks to get in between the posts and score goals, and just his general all-round play. He's good off the ball, he's very dynamic, although he's a big lad. He's very athletic, he's quick. So he ticked all the boxes, and obviously the only element is it's going to be his first sort of stint into men's football, so that'd be taking his excellent form that he's had from Brentford in the B team, taking that into men's football, and I'm absolutely delighted because again I presented to him many weeks ago, and you sort of think again there's been loads of interest in him, but I'm absolutely overjoyed that we've got him.
You like to find out about a player, and it's also important, of course, that the player likes to find out about us as well.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about those meetings and conversations?
Yeah, well, the meetings are always split into different parts. So when I present to the player, the first bit is about us as a club and what we're about, and the second bit is about what I expect of the player in terms of what we are as a club, because there's no point bringing someone in. For example, the players get involved with the Don's Local Action Group. If you've got a player who turns his nose up at that, well then no matter how good he is, it's not going to work for us. So it's important they know that, and they can go away and think about whether that's for them. Then the other part is obviously the football side and how we're going to play and where you see them fitting into it. And then the final part is about them and what we can do for them and how we can develop them and why we're the best choice of club. And once you have those conversations, you get a feel for the player in terms of what they come back with questions. You get a feel for them in terms of what their reaction is when you talk about work within the community, etc. And then you follow those up with any other conversations, and along the way you kind of get a feel whether he's going to be the right person. And so far with George and Luke, the feedback I'm getting from everyone, the lads and everyone, is we got it spot on in terms of character, and it won't be any different from Aaron. You've spent an hour with him today and you'll see that it'll be exactly the same with Aaron.
Yeah, he seems a great lad. I mean, sort of good football background, good upbringing as well, and that's what you really put the emphasis on when you're looking for a player, yeah? Yeah,
it's everything. It's the whole package really, and I know we're young, and I'm under no illusions that these lads are going to need some nurturing. They're going to have some lows, and that's what I explained to them why I think we're the best club for them, because I come from a development background, and although 3 points is everything on a Saturday, we're not knee-jerk. We reflect honestly, we evaluate things, and we just always look at what we could have done better, whether we did it well, what we can improve on, and what didn't work. There's no throwing the toys out the pram. There's plenty of passion that comes from our values, and I think that's what's come across to the players, is that they're going to come here and they're going to get developed, and there's not going to be any knee-jerk reactions as long as they stay within our values and our behaviours that we expect of them.
He's a young player. It's a big decision, of course, for him to make in the next step in his career, so yeah. I guess it's important that you stay patient, supportive whilst he goes through that process.
Yeah, and that's key, that's part of it. As I said, as long as they're giving you absolutely everything, will he hit the ground running, because he's at a young age? Maybe he will, fantastic. If he doesn't, then we'll help him on the way, and that'll be the same with all the players. But all we do know is he's got the qualities. The qualities are there. It's just about adaptation, and that'll be the same with any other young players that come in and it's their first foray into men's football. And what we do, we just help them adapt as quick as possible. If they adapt quicker, then even better.
So the big question, will he play for us or against us on Saturday, or what's the plan for him next?
So Saturday, he's not playing with us. He's actually joined us on Monday. So I'm not sure if he's involved with Brentford or not. But if he is involved, he'll be playing against us, and then he'll be joining us on Monday for training, and he'll be involved. He'd be involved in the games on Tuesday. Yeah.
So what do you make of the different attacking options that we've got now at your disposal?
Yeah, good, and so Ollie's looking bright. We've got Aaron now. I see Ayoub playing further forward. The more I look at him, I think that's where he's going to be a threat, more of a threat. He was a threat last year, but you look at what league centre backs want to mark, League One centre backs, and I don't think they want to mark Ayoub because he'll offer something completely different in terms of threat. So you've got Ollie, who's obviously more of a target man. Aaron the same, can bring people into play, but then I think Ayoub will offer something on and off the ball that they won't want. So I see him playing further forward, and then we'll have one more attacking option as well, due to coming, that will happen as well.
So there's still a little bit more business to do. How close are we to completing it?
Yeah, close. I'm really chuffed that we've got our first targets so far, and there's one, as I said, we've got an attacking option. There's a few there, and then there's one other option that we're looking to fill, a defensive option. And again, our first choice is still in the balance. So I'm waiting to see if we get that. So fingers crossed. See if we do.
Brilliant. Good luck. Thanks for the update, Robbo.
Cheers.